Welcome back, everyone, to the Santa Cruz Masters Cup played at De La Viega Disc Golf Course in Santa Cruz, California. We are in the second half, the back 12 of the lead card of the FPO division for the final round, and we've got a star-studded group. I'm Sarah Hokum here with Zoe Andike.
Hey everybody, let's take a look at the leaderboard here. Paige Pierce with a commanding lead. We've got Kona at 8 strokes over. Kat is still in this battle, and Maria, we love seeing her on this lead card coverage. Getting right into it on hole 13, par 3, 347 feet. Tricky hole, there's trees everywhere. No mandatory trees on this fairway, however the OB road lines the entire right-hand side of the fairway. And the basket isn't that far away from the road either. Definitely, players are looking to stay really straight through the right gap or the left gap with a sidearm or a flip-up hyzer. Maria taking the super left gap, but trusting that disc the whole way. She did catch a little bit of tree there, but does not stay up for the 2-meter penalty.
Kona with her Leopard 3, taking that right side gap, needed it to flip up a little bit more. Oh, that's good. She's going to be outside the circle, but wow, pin high.
Great shot. Great distance there.
Katrina with the M4, going with that left gap. Little bit low. Not going to have a birdie look, but a simple pitch up for her par.
Rounding out our card, Paige Pierce here.
Paige with a soul that appears to be crushing her soul at the moment.
She was looking for that left gap and turnover, but let it go with quite a bit of hyzer. Now she's pinned in a tree, looking just to get out and get close to the pin. And she's closer.
Tough putt over there. There's a bunch of trees in her way.
Maria with her sidearm approach with a putter, leaving her not too much work to do.
Katrina conceding to the par.
Which is a great play at this point.
And Kona with the birdie luck, trying to get that alpaca in the basket.
Right outside the circle.
Good try. I mean, it's tough to get power from that stance.
Yeah, conservative bid and landing safe.
Paige with a little window.
Just a little bit short. Paige is not happy, carding another bogey back-to-back here.
And Maria with the 3. So no birdies on the field on this hole today, but very gettable. We've seen a few players cash in on this one in earlier rounds. Oh, she went with the side putt.
Yeah. Must have been something about the stance or just kind of the muscle memory and comfortability.
Maybe she's like over it. She's like, these back half, I'm just going to do the old putting style.
And during the intro there, we saw the Masters Cup trophies. Beautiful and very first time ever new style of trophy, the wooden surfboards carved out with the division and champion.
So fitting for Santa Cruz.
Pretty sweet.
And historic surfing community.
Gotta love it. Hole 14. The first of the par 4 series at 411 feet. Pretty tight fairway right off the tee, and then there's options depending on where your drive lands. You can see that the basket as you're approaching the green is located up on a pretty steep hillside there with the staircase leading up to it. Very, very gettable birdie 3, but par 4 deemed for this tournament.
Maria up first, yanking it a little bit right. She needs that to come down.
And I'm not sure that it did. Oh, there's the green flag.
Shout out to Ginger Bowman over there, celebrating her anniversary with her husband by spotting on the hole on Sunday.
Wow, now that's some pure commitment. Thank you to the spotters and all the volunteers this weekend.
Cat with that FX2 looking for a big skip left, and she's in the open.
And that's her play. She's trying to get way around the corner there, but stay short of the trees, and that's exactly what she does. Paige.
Throwing the stalker, also looking for that left side, gets caught up in the bush and then rolls back.
Ugly roll. Ooh. She does have somewhat of an open look, though, to approach the green.
Looking like her zone. Looking for a skip left. And she's got to look for the birdie even at this point.
Mm-hmm. Wow, we don't see this very often, although
rooted.
Very normal Northern California plays throwing these rollers.
Well, look at this. We're going to see 2 in one hole.
Wait.
No. She faked me out.
Just getting herself up the hill almost, and it sticks there in the top third. Yeah.
Cat a little pinched over here, but throwing the sidearm to get the carry up the hill.
And almost makes good on it, but it rolls down to the base.
Edge of the circle putt. She's been putting great today, though. Maria needs to get through those trees. Oh.
And she does.
Backside.
She's landed on top safely.
She will have a death putt, though. Ooh, fun.
Framed up.
Let's go. Paige has missed quite a few putts for her, I would say, in this final round.
Looking to make
and
good.
This is there's nothing easy about this one.
It's a pretty drastic uphill. Grabbing a couple of chains, but not enough on the left side of the basket there.
And Katrina, who I think she's only missed 1 putt so far.
Yeah. For the birdie.
Yeah.
And she's in. It doesn't matter that her putt didn't stick. Ooh, can she make it up the non-staircase path here? And she does. Happy to card that birdie.
Maria from behind the basket hits the koozie.
Quite low.
And Kona with the birdie look.
Back to the straddle stance. The comfort on the hillside, most definitely. Happy to get that birdie.
I think she would do that even if she wasn't straddle putting right now, because having that back foot below you so drastically on that side hill really messes with your stroke.
Takes from the power. Tapping in the bogey there for Maria.
Actually played as the easiest hole on the course today.
Wow. Yep.
I appreciate the Masters Cup staff giving us a few par 4s this year.
It has been a very good change. I think the word on the street with the pros is that the par 4s have been a good change.
And Katrina cashing in that putt to get 1 stroke closer to that lead.
And we are on the infamous refrigerator or kitchen hole, depending on how well and long you've known this course. It's a par 3, 333 feet. A little bit of downhill, even though it looks drastically downhill. It's not a huge elevation loss, just a ton of trees to throw over the top of, and you do not want to clip any of them. Could be a lost disc, or even worse, just the most horrible stance you could ever imagine. Players are looking to hyzer out left, or even lay up or take it out to the left-hand side for the safe par. Attacking this green and getting a putt is very difficult.
Kona up first. Throwing that turn.
I like the turn that she got on the turn. That was a huge throw, too. Plenty. I think it's past pin high is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it looks like it might be an I-5's fairway. Katrina with a little bit of a change. She's been throwing her M4 here, and now she threw the M2 on a turning line, and it needs to come down.
That is no man's land down there, folks. It's very thick, very hard to get a putt. We'll see what Katrina is left with.
Paige with the buzz. Leaving it out left, that seems to be her play. It looks like she's not trying to get this birdie.
And I think that that's a pretty smart player. Conservative, certainly, for somebody of Paige's caliber.
And Maria also leaving it out a little left. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but she is safe and on the ground with a long approach.
And it certainly makes it easier to card the par from out here.
Paige with a fierce, late tree kick puts her at the edge of the circle. Maria with a P2 approach.
And she skips up just enough to make it a comfortable par putt. As you can see here, this is what I was talking about. Very hairy landing. Cat just trying so hard to get a sidearm out, but it looked like it was kind of a knife chop to the ground.
Kona with a long approach. Right under the pin. Cat with some more work to do.
Looks like she's having to step back from the big tree base, just getting herself up there. No work to do on tapping in that bogey. For the par.
Oh, another one out left.
Frustration is definitely how Paige is feeling right now.
She's got some strokes to burn, though. She's still got a 5-stroke lead, but we do have 9 holes left still to play.
And a solid Juliana Korver performance. I'm not sure how many people are checking the U-Disc as they're playing, but JK putting up some really great scores, trying to get that podium finish.
And she did get this birdie today. So did Christine King, the local KK, and Deanne Carey. Watching that turn fly through the air. And turn.
And hole 16, it is known as I-5 for that very long, very straight fairway. It's the second of the par 4s, 615 feet. And you've got to break this hole down into 2 pieces. As we approach this, here's the second half. Look at that fairway. And I've said it before, where is the fairway? With all these trees scattered in your way, players have to just figure out where it is their landing is from the first throw and pick a gap. A little bit hopeful, a lot of skill involved, a lot of angle control, and fast skippy ground, low canopy ceiling. The 4s have been actually kind of rare, the par.
We have not seen a birdie on this hole yet.
Very fitting par adjustment for this hole, and longer, pushed back from previous years. Ooh.
She wanted just another 20 feet of distance on that before it skipped. She'll be down that hill on the left side.
Kona wanting to get way up that fairway into the corner gaps.
This looks perfect.
Yes. Forward skip.
Oh,
stay up.
Wait, not perfect. Also down the hill by Maria.
Eesh.
Kat was down there on the first day, and it looks like she might be joining them.
Those skips are so fast.
Goodness. Oh, she
little
stayed
tree
up.
Help. Little tree help there.
Okay, Paige, let's put it out a little straighter.
And she does. Should hyzer into the gap just nicely.
Paige throwing a zone here. Doesn't want to even try to skip left because she's going to do this. Boom.
Up over the top.
Throwing
Paige
a Zeus.
Pierce.
Trying to get it to knife through the trees and get close to the green. And she's kind of by the short pin.
Clipped a little bit early. We'll see what kind of a gap she's got there.
Maria having to throw uphill and around this corner through all these oak trees, which are just gorgeous. Can I just say that?
Absolutely.
I know this fairway is hard, but it is pretty.
That is true.
That was Katrina's F7.
That's a nice turnover sidearm.
And Kona also with the sidearm.
She got that gap. Look at that.
Oh, that was rude.
And Maria having to choose left or right. She chooses left with the turnover shot.
Oh, right past the basket. But it looks like she'll have a putt.
I think so. We're looking for it.
Paige with her third shot, using that hard pan to scootle it up there.
Laying it out and getting under the basket. Kona's just trying to do the same thing, and she's pretty close. Kat taking a knee to stay under the canopy and guarantee the stress-free drop-in.
And Maria for the par.
Just a little bit low. Tough with that low-hanging branch to put enough spin on it, and we know for sure Maria has that spin on her putt.
Maria carting the 5. which is fitting because this is called I-5, and it's not based upon the highway that's lining all of California. That is because most people on the next hole get to say I-5.
Kona for her par there.
Which feels kind of like a birdie, but it's not. Nobody birdied this hole, in fact,
On the
throughout
entire
the entire
weekend.
weekend. So pars are good.
Yeah, concluding hole 16 there. We've still got a race. Paige has got a healthy lead, but needs to keep it together. She's looking for some more pars and definitely a couple more birdies to secure that championship finish.
When I walk up to the tee, I have these game plans. I think I'm gonna land in these same areas every single time, but you never know. Having the Bushnell rangefinder, no matter where I land, gives me that extra level of confidence.
I started playing disc golf with my family when I was 8 years old. When I was 16, I got my first job as a cook at a bowling alley, and that's when I made my first batch of beef jerky. As I got better at throwing, I also got better at making beef jerky. Everyone told me they loved my jerky. After 15 years of making my beef jerky as a hobby, I decided to make it available to everyone. Double G Craft Jerky. Give it a try. You're gonna love it.
Back to the action. We're on hole 17. What's the play here?
Well, it's the final par 4 at 436 feet. Most players are choosing to go up through this middle gap that we're flying through right now. However, some players don't even want to mess with the trees and are throwing a hyzer up and over the top, looking to land right here in the middle of the fairway. Either way, getting as far up the fairway as possible is the play in order to try to give yourself a chance for the birdie look. This is a very gettable birdie with 2 great shots put together. However, you can see all these little trees definitely do their job creating a hazard.
Little rut here on the green too. If the players don't play the ground perfectly, they can get a rollaway off that slope. Kona going over the top.
Up and over.
With a destroyer. And destroying those branches on the way down and hitting the ground safe.
Yeah. When going up and over, players do bring that 2-meter penalty rule into play, but darn, Kat actually was going up through the middle there and clipped the tree on the right, bringing her down much early.
Paige nutting the gap.
Wow, beautiful distance on that drive.
Wow, all the way past that pine tree. That'll leave a short work for the birdie. Maria with a wraith.
Also choosing that middle low gap, and she got that lucky left gap.
Oh, throwing further than our leader, Maria.
Amazing shot.
With the pump.
Kat looking to recover with the sidearm throw here. This is going pretty far left. Please stay clean, and I think it does.
Yeah.
That got way up there.
Right on the edge of the rough.
Fantastic play. Kona approaching the basket, looking to stay clean here for her birdie look.
Wow. I think she's by the basket.
Yeah, just passed, actually. A couple trees to contend with, but has the putt. Paige, just same thing here. Soft ground play, and this is going to be a tap-in birdie, folks. Can Maria do the same?
Nice little floaty P2.
I think so, and yes, I think so.
Katrina, after that early kick, is now on her 3rd shot, pitching it up.
And leaving no work to do to card the par, which is a great score still.
Although this is playing as the 2nd easiest hole on the course. So birdies are plentiful.
Kona clipped down by that tree, but landing under the basket. Yeah, birdie. Maria loves this. Not a lot of work left to do for our FPO top card here. Cleaning it up on 17.
Katrina losing a stroke to the leader as she taps in another birdie.
sheer focus and determination. I love being able to see some of that stuff from the slow-mo cam views.
30% of the field birdied this one today.
Wow. And we're on to hole 18, par 3, 320 feet. The entire shot is over the canyon. You can see we're flying over the tree canopy here. Nothing left is good. In fact, could be a lost disc or a 2-meter penalty. It's really tough to give the height you need to get over the tree canopy, and then right here, as you can see, back down under the low-hanging branches that protect the green. A 2 is very tough. Yesterday we saw Katrina get the farthest up the fairway I've ever seen for the 2 bid.
So far, the only one on this hole.
Paige Pierce.
It's got a lot of turn, come up a little high.
You can see her listening, hoping that it comes down. She's not too sure. I love this play. Wide with a lot of turn. Yeah, there
Wow.
is a bid for
my
a birdie.
gosh,
That's
Maria.
incredible.
I still am just in awe of how much distance she has accumulated over the years.
This is a great drive here for Kona. She gave plenty of height to it. I'm not sure. I think she clipped a tree, though.
Definitely. And Katrina throwing that X3.
Beauty. A lot of
Looks
trust in
really
that.
good. Looks like it ended up a little bit right.
Maybe not quite the drive she had yesterday, but still very good in any circumstance.
Beautiful flight by Kona.
Paige taking a knee to stay lower than the tree canopy here, just getting it up there for the par. Oh, look at this stance, stretch out, and giving it a real bid, but landing safely for the par.
And Maria for the birdie look.
Just outside of the circle.
Looked a little like she didn't follow through all the way.
Little timid.
But great drive nonetheless. Paige with the easy par.
And same for Katrina.
Well, nobody's really losing strokes on a par here because we did not see any birdies in the field. So Katrina getting the nod as the only birdie on the weekend.
Pretty impressive.
She's got a couple. I mean, she got the second hole as well, only birdie on the weekend. And looking at this drive with her X3. I believe this is her signature disc with Prodigy. And I can see why. She throws it really well. It's pretty fast, flippy, and you know she loves those hyzer flips.
Hole 19, par 3, 435 feet, wide open off the tee. And as you approach the green, a few hazards. We've got trees on the right, big tree on the left, 2 little trees blocking basically the gaps to come into the green. And then unfortunately we lose a huge tree earlier in the year, but that log has been left in the fairway that definitely is causing some trouble. It's a landing zone for a lot of our players. And then a pretty friendly green here. A little bit of a drop off on the backside.
Paige up first. Throwing the Zeus. Slight turn, a little bit low.
Get under it or over it. May have been stopped by it this time.
Still circle 2, but that is an intimidating green to putt that far from. Maria,
Plenty of
our
turnover.
my new favorite distance thrower. Maybe she'll hit that little gap. Get in there. Get in there.
So close. Just outside of the circle there.
She will have that big tree down to contend with. Kona with the Emperor.
Beautiful release. She wants that to come left. Get the skip. And it does. I think that tree is just in the way or just out of the way.
So far, everybody over on that right side, just short of the tree. And Katrina also getting a really nice turn over to that right side. Did they all just do this exact same thing?
Pretty much. Yeah, I think that
All
we're going to
landing
see them
within
all.
like 20 feet of each other.
Yeah,
That's awesome. I guess that's the line, huh?
I believe so.
I think it's a sidearm.
And putting it up high, giving it a real bid, landing safely for the easy, stress-free par, Kona Panis. Maria up and over the log, please, but landing safely also for the par. And even though that tree stopped her, Paige has plenty of room to swing.
Sit.
And it does today. Unlike yesterday's unfortunate rollaway, Paige will card the par.
Katrina wishing she was just a bit taller.
And slides a little past the basket, giving her a putt.
She's been really solid all day today and continues
the streak.
to hit the center pole.
Confidence. Love to see that coming back from kind of a rough round of putting in round 2. Kat's been solid all day on the green.
Paige tapping in the par, as will Kona. And nobody got this hole all weekend, actually. There were a couple people with a couple looks from long, just kind of like what we saw, but nobody cashing in on birdie.
I like that we get the slow-mo here of Maria's drive. And I do appreciate you saying your new favorite distance driver in our field. We haven't seen a lot of Maria on top card, but I'm thinking we'll see a lot more. Hole 20, it's the lady, also known as Gravity. It's a par 3, 225 feet straight downhill. You see that V tree right there in front of the basket. Players usually are choosing to or hoping to land just left of it and get the ante or scootle up to the basket. However, some are running straight around the right-hand side looking for the ace and hopefully a safe landing on those tiered paver flattened spots.
Pierce with the fierce, going for the basket. Oh, sit.
Come on.
No.
Give her the good ground.
Getting the roll down the tiered green into Poison Oakland.
And trees everywhere. Not a friendly roll for Paige there.
Maria with the P2, looking for that little uphill to downhill slide.
Getting the De La love there. Almost the exact drive we saw from Paige, but a totally different result. Kona taking the right side, attack mode.
Oh, gosh, those pavers. That was an invader. It's kind of a new disc in her bag. I haven't seen her throw it a ton yet.
Wow, yeah. Got a pretty friendly kickoff of that,
Cat,
too.
here we go.
Oh, didn't quite get the flare we were thinking she would. However, has a step-out birdie look.
Paige from way downtown. She going to go through that little V?
I think she is going to... Oh, nope, up and over.
Oh, I love that. Kona with the alpaca.
Just a little low there.
That looked really good, though. Right on line. Up that hill. So hard to get that putt
for
in.
the birdie.
No!
Just short for Katrina. We haven't seen that miss.
Maybe the
from
first
her.
one we've seen. Maybe the second.
Yeah, just the second miss today. Walking away with the par either way, though.
A lot of pars on this one today when we've seen star birdie frames in the previous 2 rounds. 35% of the field birdieing this one along with Maria.
The tap in. That feels good to be on top of the box, carding another birdie as we come to the conclusion or the final concluding holes of De La Viega.
So 3 left. I think as long as Paige just keeps getting pars, I think she's going to walk away as the champion.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
You've seen them in the hands of professionals, helping them compete at the highest level. Whale Sacks is a female-owned small business, handmade in the USA. We are dedicated to outstanding grip for all disc golfers.
And we are back here with the conclusion of De La Viega Masters Cup here in Santa Cruz, hole 21. This is a very, very tricky hole. Quite a bit of elevation gain on the uphill first half for a drastic elevation loss on the second half of this fairway. Trees lining the entire right-hand side, and you can see from the flyover here as we get close to the green, the most drastic death cliff drop-off this course has to offer. It's a very, very drastic turnover off the tee for right-handed backhand players. Wow. And I actually got to witness Maria's drive on day 2, running the basket and landing safely behind it. She did get the birdie. It's a very rare birdie to card.
Looks like she's got another look at it. Paige with the soul.
Listening for that landing.
Oh, that'll be an easy pitch up for a par. That's what she needs to close out this round. Kona with the Mako 3.
She lands pretty safe there. Not necessarily a birdie look, but most likely a layup.
Katrina putting a nice move on the M2. Needs to get under those trees. Ooh, and she has a death look. Right at the short pin.
All those drives were very good. I mean, players have to make a decision here. How much confidence do they have? Laying it up is a great choice.
You know what? That was a pretty confident layup, though, by both players. But Katrina, who has been really good on the green today, it looks like she's going to try to make this.
And I kind of hoped she was going to run it.
Oh, second low putt in a row, though.
I mean, although it's a very scary bid, if you're Katrina Allen, you're still trying to birdie everything you can to catch up to our leader.
No doubt, because there's still trouble to be had. But Paige walking up there, tapping in a par, as will the rest of the card. This whole playing is the 5th difficulty today. But we did have a couple of birdies.
Really?
Haley King, Cynthia Ricciardi, and Alyssa Pearson. I always feel like after I leave this hole that I just kind of like tiptoe away, like you snuck away with a par or a birdie if you didn't bogey that one.
Hole 22 here, par 3, 324 feet. There's a lot going on. Trees on the right, trees on the left. Oh, and a huge tree down in the middle of the fairway. The root ball creating a huge hazard where players have to choose to go over the top or try to slide past it on the right with the hyzer, missing all that clump of trees. And here's the green. Road OB just behind the basket inside of the circle.
Maria going with a TL3. Put it up a little bit high.
Great choice, though. She slides up for a bid. Paige with her
stalker.
Stalking
the fairway, but hits a tree, kicks left. That could be out of bounds.
Hoping that she stayed in bounds. Here's Kona Panis
with her leopard 3. Also putting it up pretty high and leaking left, but gets that kick back to the middle.
That'll give her a bid for the 2.
And Katrina with her H3V2.
Choosing to go over the top of the root ball.
Also out a little left, and she's got a lot of trees in her way.
This is a tricky shot for Paige Pierce. She's trying to decide low or high. Just get me back where I want to be, looking at the basket.
Making progress, but still well away from the basket. Katrina also forced to do something a little bit touchy, but she puts it up there close. Kona with a long look. Little flutter out of the hands, but that'll sit nicely.
Maria for the birdie bid. Almost, just a little low, nice and safe either way.
Now Paige from just outside the circle.
Really hoping to card the par, but will not today.
Looks like she's run out of steam just a little bit. But thankfully, the work she put in these first 2 rounds are giving her the lead she needs as she's coming down to these last 2 holes.
And stamina, as you mentioned, it is so important to pack the right snacks and stay well hydrated at De La Viega. 24 holes and a massive mountain to climb up and down.
What's your snack of choice?
I definitely have dried fruit, different sorts of granola, a lot from Sunridge Farms, who was one of the really great sponsors for this event. I pretty much am all into the fruit and granola.
Keeping it light. I like it.
I like the organic food bars as well.
I usually go with, I don't know, half a slab of bacon.
A little extra protein.
So Paige card in the bogey there, but, she's still got 5 strokes, 2 holes to play. Unless something weird happens, I think she's going to be coming in with another title.
Hole 23, par 3, all the way uphill. The basket completely covered by the tree wall there, and the one dead tree indicator that it's right next to the basket in the background. There's kind of a nice little, I guess you could say, dry pool there in front of the basket that players are looking to land in on their second shot. All of our FPO field choosing to either lay up for the gap or lay up even shorter to go over the top of the trees.
Maria looks like she's playing the layup there, trying to give herself just an up and over look to get the par. Katrina with a roller.
Again.
Let's go.
On day 2, we saw this as well. Let's see if she can get a better look here.
Oh.
A little bit of tree in the way there. And Paige.
With the Zeus over the top.
Oh, she did give it a try today.
Leaking left, but sometimes there's a nice putt over there.
I think she's got an open look at it.
Maria going up and over with the gator.
Pretty common play, hyzering into the basket or the bowl.
Be a short putt for par.
Kona up and over the top as well.
Ooh.
Great landing. Shouldn't be any work to do there. Tough ceiling here. Kat's just got to make a putter approach.
She had to put some speed on that to get that turn, but then she's left herself quite a putt. Paige with a simple layup.
She had a gap there, but not much of a look at the basket.
Katrina, who has missed low 2 times in a row, does the same thing.
Death putt at the basket, but lands good.
Maria.
Tester putt there for Maria. Not quite high enough. She'll be tapping out right here for her bogey stroke. Same thing for Katrina Allen, carding the 4. And Kona and Paige tapping out their pars.
Which is the best score we've seen on this hole for the whole entire field. And pars are good once again at De La. Easy pars, really hard birdies, and really easy bogeys and doubles.
And although we may know who the champion is coming into this final hole, it's an exciting weekend here at De La Viega. Rounding it out, hole 24, par 3, downhill 366 feet, OB road with quite a bit of car activity in the background. Deep of the basket, there's also what we call a roped pool or lake of OB that's dry. It's not very far behind the basket. You don't want to overcook this shot.
Kona with a leopard 3. Turning it over a little bit.
It's a little faster of a disc than I would have guessed
needs
her
to
to throw.
slow down. Oh my gosh, that hit the camera tripod and stayed in bounds.
Oh no.
Well, she's going to have to go thank that person.
Yeah, something we don't like to see in any type of sporting event, but however, lucky for Kona.
Paige leaving it out left with a buzz. A long look.
Yeah, pin high there. Maria off the tee.
Looks like she's throwing a T-bird 3.
Pin high almost, and giving herself a circle 2 putt.
And Katrina with that M2 once again. Needs a little more turn. Looks like there's a left to right wind on the hole, keeping everything out a little left and turning everything over a little right.
Looks like
so no close looks here on this very birdieable hole.
And giving it a semi-bid there, landing deep of the basket. Around the tree for Paige Pierce.
Wow, that was a really nice looking putt.
And Kat's just laying it up with OB in the background. She's not messing around. She wants to secure her finish.
Kona with the birdie look.
Just a little bit high. She really wanted to finish on that too.
And our leader... missing a putt.
Not quite done yet.
She's gonna have that's gonna put a little bit of fire behind her putting routine and her putting practice.
Right. Yep.
So she didn't need it, and maybe that'll pay off later.
I think you're right. Paige Pierce, fierce competitor, had 100% in the circle all 3 rounds at the U.S. Women's just last weekend. I believe you're right. She'll be putting in some time on the putting practice green. That concludes our tournament, folks.
Congratulations to Paige Pierce for her 25th major title, or Elite Series title.
Elite Series title, yes. Look at these cool trophies. Awesome for Paige Pierce to take this win home. I think she likes that trophy as well. Huge shout out to Central Coast for bringing us this FPO coverage. We're so happy to be able to share this with the world. There's Paige Pierce with her caddy and close friend Nate Perkins.
And thanks to the amazing staff out at De La Viega and the day love they give to this course. I was so happy to come back to Santa Cruz after a year away and looking forward to coming back here next year.
Innova is our presenting sponsor for this tournament. And we are just, again, like Sarah said, I got to echo thank you to all the locals for the work put in. Here's a look at the leaderboard for the final standings for the Masters Cup.
Congrats to Paige, of course, for the win. Katrina securing that second place. And we have a huge tie for third with Alexis Mondahano, Juliana Corver, and Kona Star Panis. Shot of the day. Kona throwing it over 500 feet.
And bringing it inside of the circle, landing for one of the most difficult holes in
That's a
disc
T-bird,
golf.
folks. Thanks for joining us. We will see you again at the next national tour. Thanks Central Coast for doing the awesome coverage. And Zoe, I thought it was fun.
Thank you, Sarah. I enjoyed the commentary with you.